Ladies and gentlemen, we meet again towards Parashat Truma for a short and sweet idea. In this week's Parsha, we're starting to collect all the materials needed to building the tabernacle. The tabernacle, however, in the Torah has two different names, and we don't understand. Sometimes it's called Mishkan, and sometimes it's called Mikdash. So is it a Mishkan or is it a Mikdash? We know in Hebrew, which has such deep meaning, a name has in it a purpose. So what is the purpose? In fact, when we try and find out the purpose of the Mishkan, of the tabernacle, of the Mikdash, we find out that there is a machloket, that the Ramban, Nachmanides, disagrees with the Rambam, Maimonides, on what is the purpose of this tabernacle. According to the Rambam, in Hilchot Beit HaBechira, when it talks about the halachot of building Beit HaMikdash, he said the main part of Beit HaMikdash is the Mizbeach, is the altar, where we can bring sacrifices and we can worship Hashem. It is our central place of worship. And therefore, 3 times a year, we have to come up to Yerushalayim, to our central place of worship. And that is the center of our religious life. However, Nachmanides, who was one century later after Maimonides in Spain, has a different opinion completely. He says, one second, what is the central part of the Mishkan, Mikdash, tabernacle? The central part is in Kodesh HaKodashim, the holies of holies. What is there? There is the ark. What's in the ark? In the ark is the tablets from Har Sinai, which means the central issue is having a continuation to Har Sinai. Har Sinai, standing on Mount Sinai, receiving the Torah, was not a historical, isolated event. It's an ongoing event. And in order to feel this ongoing event, you have to go up 3 times a year to the Beit HaMikdash, to Yerushalayim, and you feel where every time you go, you're reliving Ma'amad Har Sinai, you're reliving accepting these 2 tablets. And therefore, the central piece is not the Mizbeach, says the Ramban. The central piece is the Aron with the tablets in it, because it is an ongoing event of Ma'amad Har Sinai. So these are 2 different approaches. And in fact, it comes along Rabbi Chaim Sabato, who is the Rosh Yeshiva, chief rabbi of Ma'aleh Adumim Yeshiva nowadays. He is a graduate of ours. He's a graduate of Yeshivat Bnei Akiva Nativ Meir, and then a graduate of Yeshivat Bnei Akiva HaKotel. And he's one of the great rabbis today in Israel. He wrote a beautiful book called Ahavat Torah. And there he brings a wonderful solution to the machloket between the Rambam and the Ramban, and the different names we talked about, Mishkan and Mikdash. And he says the following, he brings down a piece of Talmud from the beginning, Masechet Chagiga, which says the following, Kederech sheba le'irot, kach ba le'heraot, which means, it says in the Pasuk, Shalosh pa'amim yera'eh kol zechucha. 3 times a year, you should go yera'eh. What does it mean, yera'eh? What is the understanding of this word? So the Talmud there explains, the understanding of this word is 3-dimensional. One is, you shall see. What shall you see? You shall see the continuation of the revelation. And on the other hand, yera'eh means you shall be seen. That means you have to come and worship. And then the third explanation is yera'eh, from the word yirah, which means fear. Because you're worshiping there, and because you're seeing the continuation of the revelation, you're full of fear and love of Hashem. And that is the place where we connect. 3 times a year we should go and reconnect. And therefore it has 2 names. It's called Mikdash and it's called Mishkan. Because as far as we're concerned, it's the holiest place we have. And we have to build a Mikdash, a holy sanctuary, in order to worship him through the Mizbeach. On the other hand, he says you have to build a Mishkan. A Mishkan means a place for my dwelling. That means a place where I can continue my ongoing revelation. So it's all true. We have a mutual relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the mutual relationship with HaKadosh Baruch Hu comes to its peak in the Mikdash, which is also a Mishkan, where we worship Him and we continue receiving the revelation. And with that dynamic being continuous, we strengthen our belief, and therefore we're looking forward to the day that we can have a Bet Mikdash, not a temporary Mishkan like they had in the desert, but a permanent. We had a Bet Mikdash once, we had it twice, and we're looking forward to having a third Bet Mikdash b'mheira b'yameinu. Amen.